Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Today's stories include toxic family, grief, controlling mother, wedding drama and entitled people. Let's start. Am I the idiot for telling my aunt to get over her daughter's death? So, my cousin is turning 18 next month, and she isn't looking forward to it. She was a twin and her sister, unfortunately, passed away a few hours after birth. This is obviously very upsetting for all members of the family, and a horrible situation to be handled. However, me and my cousin are extremely close, and every single birthday she has had has also been about her twin sister. Her mom will always put a little fancy background with her twin's ashes and make my cousin take photos with it every birthday. She always posts, "Happy birthday to my two beautiful girls," up. Until my cousin was about 6, she was okay with this. However, since then, she always expresses how she no longer feels like her birthdays are important anymore, as it makes her mother upset due to the reminder, and also because she feels everyone only talks about her twin and how they are so sorry for her loss. She doesn't feel like an individual person and constantly feels attached to her dead twin. Last night, I asked her what she was doing for her birthday. She said her dad had wanted to take her to Spain, but her mother said no because, "I don't think we can take the ashes overseas and it's too risky to bring Layla, the twin who passed, in case something happens." This upset me a little, as her 18th is a big birthday, and she is being held back by her sister, who A, isn't alive, and B, she doesn't even remember. I asked her if she's told her mom how upset she gets about her birthdays, and how she doesn't feel like she can be an individual. She said she doesn't want to upset her mom, so hasn't told her. Today at a family gathering, my aunt was talking about how excited she is for the photographer to take pictures of my cousin and Layla's urn. I pulled her to one side and said we all understand how she feels, but that she needs to get over and accept that Layla is gone and focus on her living daughter. She was extremely offended even after I told her how my cousin feels. She has uninvited me from my cousin's birthday. Am I the idiot for this? OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. "I feel I am the a-hole as it was a pretty harsh thing for me to say, and I feel I am not in a position to tell her to get over something that I have not experienced." OP gives more info in the comments. "Why isn't your uncle helping your cousin? My uncle has tried, but she always goes off on him about how disrespectful he is, so he keeps silent to keep peace, I guess." What if your cousin gets married? Is Auntie going to make her have the urn as maid of honor? She did ask her if my cousin would do a speech about her sister or have a table with a memorial for her if she got married, and my cousin shrugged and said possibly, which is crazy to me. Oh my god. Not the idiot OP. This whole thing is very morbid and sad, but mostly morbid. Have a photo taken of your living daughter with your dead daughter's ashes on her birthday. Since she was born, it's too much. I don't know how no one put an end to this, quote, tradition, years ago. Her husband or family should have done something a long time ago. Take her to therapy, so she could deal with the grief of losing her daughter. And if not that, somewhere she could get some kind of counseling. I don't know, but something to end this behavior. I understand that this may be the way she deals with grief, but it has gone too far. It is not healthy. I'm surprised her cousin doesn't have a complete aversion to her own birthday after years of all this. I would. And it's not just hurting her, but also the rest of the family. Especially her daughter, who is still here. I'm sorry for your aunt's loss, but her living daughter has every right to live her life without feeling guilty, or in the shadow of her twin sister, whom she never knew. But summarizing, your aunt needs therapy, your cousin needs help, and your uncle needs to get out of the state of inertia he lives in and help them, especially his daughter. And what do you guys think of all this? What advice would you give OP? And what about her aunt? What would you do or say if you knew someone who acted like OP's aunt? Do you know? Now let's read what the comments say before going to the update. Not the idiot. It sounds like your aunt needs extensive therapy, It's been 18 years and she's still acting like her daughter is alive and should be included. I understand losing a child is painful, but that doesn't give her the right to impede her living daughter's life. Refusing to allow her to go on a trip because of an urn is flabbergasting. Not the idiot. Your aunt needs a bunch of therapy, and to accept that she has a living daughter who is soon never going to talk to her again. As an 18-year-old, she can tell her mother to take a hike and enjoy Spain with her father. Not the idiot. Not the idiot for trying to help your cousin out, but not surprised the aunt uninvited you. There may have been a more gentle way to talk to the aunt, but it honestly sounds like she needs psychological counseling, so there's no way to not offend her in her current state of mind. In the future, maybe discuss with other relatives first. They may have better insight on how to handle it. Encourage your cousin to get the hell away from her mother. What happens when she's 19 and not there for those creepy-ass photo shoots? What is wrong with her husband letting his wife pull this crap? Not the idiot. Maybe unpopular, but not the idiot. Your aunt is hurting her living and breathing daughter because of a child that died 18 years ago. Just thinking here, I am willing to bet that her daughter will soon go low contact or exclude her mother from important events. So instead of having a child, your aunt would lose too. So, what about you guys? Do you agree with the comments? Would you advise something different to OP? Now let's go to the update. Update: after reading some comments, I've messaged my cousin's dad, who has agreed. Us three will be going to Spain to celebrate my cousin's 18th. My aunt is definitely not happy with this, as it's disrespectful to Layla, and to everyone else who has made plans to see my cousin. But the flights and hotel are now booked, and my cousin is feeling a lot better about her 18th. Well OP, I'm happy that your cousin will be able to celebrate her birthday for the first time, like she wants. It would be a better update if we also had the news that your aunt had acknowledged all the harm, even if unintentionally, that she has been doing to others over the years, especially her daughter. Or that at least, she had made the decision to seek help, and that she was going to start doing a very needed therapy. But still, knowing the situation, for your cousin, it's great news. So did you guys like this update? Please, don't forget to leave your comments down below. Oh, and are you enjoying the video so far? If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. This really helps the channel, so I appreciate it. Now let's go to the next story. Am I the idiot for ignoring my mom after she didn't let me attend my brother's wedding over a dress? English isn't my first language. I, 20, female, have a half-brother, 30, male, from my father's first marriage. My parents divorced when I was 5. My brother and I were close and he stayed over at our house a lot, until I was around 12 years old. After some personal stuff between him and my mom, and work on his side, we sadly drifted apart and maybe saw each other 1 to 2 times a year. My brother called me last year, telling me was getting engaged. In our culture, the groom's family goes to the bride's home to ask for her hand in marriage from her family. It was about that, and said he really wanted me there. I was excited and agreed, hoping that this would be a good time to try and reconnect. My mom encouraged me to go, but she seemed upset that it was last minute. He called me a week before, and asked if he should plan on buying me a dress. I said I didn't need a dress, because I already had one at home that would fit. She didn't say much more after that. Afterwards, our relationship became much better, and we hung out more. Where I'm from, most couples get married before the actual wedding. My brother and his now wife got married a week before their wedding, and again, my mom asked me if my brother was going to buy me a dress. I said I didn't need a new one, because I had one at home. She held her tongue, but it was obvious she was annoyed and upset. Then, the night before the wedding, my mom exploded over the dress thing. She said that she could overlook my brother not buying me a dress until now, but she couldn't overlook the disrespect he was showing towards me as his sister, by not buying one for his actual wedding. He did ask me if I wanted to go dress shopping. I declined since I had a dress at home. It was one I wore to my cousin's wedding a few years back and it still fit me. I told her as much. She said that she won't allow her daughter to be humiliated. What would people think if I wore an inappropriate dress for the groom's sister? I said I didn't care, and that the dress was very much appropriate. She then said that my brother was treating me like a guest, and how he never looked after me during all of this. I said that he always made me appointments for hair and makeup. My mother said I was blind to how my brother has been treating me, because I've idolized him. That he only wants me there, because he wants to keep a good face to his wife and in-laws, showing them how great of a brother he is. Then she took my keys and hid them away so I couldn't leave. I didn't get my keys back, so I had to call my brother and tell him I couldn't come to the wedding. Ever since then I've been ignoring my mother. She's tried to talk to me and tell me she was sorry, but that she only had my best interest in mind. I don't really see the issue in how my brother was treating me. I was happy to rebuild our relationship. I don't know if I can forgive my mother for making me miss his wedding. Am I the idiot? OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. 1. I've been ignoring my mother since she made me miss my brother's wedding. 2. It might not be an appropriate reaction and she only had my best interest in mind. OP also gives more information in the comments. What culture are you from? Turkey, but I'm a third generation from an immigrant family in Germany. I also think she's been holding a grudge, since whatever happened between them. The few times my brother and I saw each other over the years, it was about stuff that I needed, like a new phone, a new laptop for school/work or some money for a school trip. She always said that's the least he can do, while never saying anything nice about him, but she never tried to not make me see him or talk to him like this before. I don't have anywhere I could stay at if I went to the wedding. I couldn't get back home, since I had no keys. I have a cat too which my mother has threatened to give away plenty of times, so I couldn't risk that either. I'm saving up to move out, hopefully soon, to get away from her. I'm saving up to do just that, move out. My mother has a very explosive personality and I just really want to get away from that. My mom was invited, but she decided not to go because of my father's family. I'm sorry, I should have been clearer in my post. I don't have a car, my mom took my house keys. My brother was supposed to pick me up. If I left I would have been locked out of the house. I have a cat I couldn't leave behind and nowhere I could have stayed at. I plan on talking to my brother after he's back from his honeymoon. My dad is around, I see him sometimes when I'm out, but we don't really have a relationship. I've probably only spoken to him like a handful of times the last 10 years. Not the idiot OP. What's wrong with your mother? She seriously locked you up at home so you wouldn't go to your brother's wedding because of a dress? Again, what the hell is wrong with her? Her problems with your brother, with your father or with your father's family shouldn't become your problems too. If you have a good relationship with your brother, she should be happy with this, even if their relationship isn't good. From what you said, he treats you well and you two get along fine. There's no reason for her to act this way. And still, she is threatening to get rid of your cat if you don't do what she demands of you. This is repulsive. She's basically holding your cat hostage, and if you don't do what she asks, bye-bye kitten. What a cruel woman. I hope you can move out soon. For the good of you both. Oh, I also don't understand why she thinks your brother has some obligation to give/buy you things. He's not your father, he has no financial obligation to you, at least not that you mentioned in the post. So there's no real reason for her to keep waiting for him to do this. Even if she feels that it's his duty to you, it doesn't make it true. Anyway, I'm sorry OP that you ended up not going to your brother's wedding, because of your mother's selfishness. And all because of a dress you didn't want it and didn't need it. I'm very sorry OP. And what do you guys think of all this? What suggestion would you give OP? Now let's read the comments. Not the idiot. You had an appropriate dress that you'd worn to a previous wedding. Good for you. It's good to use clothing more times than just once. I don't get what your mom's deal is. It seems like she resents OP's brother for some reason and is projecting that to OP's relationship with her brother. Not the idiot in any case. Not the idiot. Your mother tries to alienate you from your brother. Locking you in is unforgivable and by no means normal. She does not have your interest in mind, not at all. She is holding a grudge against your brother and is acting out on it. If you can, get out of her house and start a new life. If you can't right now, do everything to reach this goal. Not the idiot. Your mother is controlling and seems to have some emotional baggage left over from the divorce. You're an adult and she should let you make your own decision. Not the idiot. I'm not sure what the cultural expectations are for you, but this sounds pretty outrageous since you said he did offer to get you a dress and you declined. Whether she thought it was disrespectful or not, she way overstepped and treated you like a child. You're not a child and you are justified in being upset with her. And what do you guys think? Do you agree with the comments? What else would you advise OP? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.